Alrighty then, there we go. Alrighty then, there we go. We have the stream sound working this time. We're not going to have a repeat of last time where it was messed up for about half the stream. So, activating the screen. There we go. Dashboard. Alright. Oh my goodness. Sorry for taking so long to actually get things activated, but here we go. Alright. Oh, no, we have an issue. Game capture. Got the sound fixed, and now we have the video fixed. Alright. So, we did get some interesting books last time, and I do want to actually read over them. Advertisement for the workshop, Skycad Murim, Legendary Glover. Read. Come to the workshop, Skycad Murim, Legendary Glover for the highest quality wares. Located 54 parsangs east and 2 parsangs north of Bethesda Susa. Interesting. Oh, I noted it on the map. Nice. Automatic. Okay, across Mogur Yi. The Athenreach. Obviously, and unfortunately, no primary sources are available from these distant lands. Much of this record draws upon the accounts given by fungi who's crossed Mogur Yi on the backs of German merchants. As a matter of convention, I date all events according to their chronological distance from an event of paramount historical significance, namely the publication of these volumes. Accordingly, note that the event's parenthetical dates signify their occurrence prior to publication. P2P. Oh, PP. There we go. That's what the PP stands for. Athenreach is freehold in the northern reaches of the Sunderlees along the, I think the Sunderlies, something like that, along the Twining Thaw. It is most well known for its Ustis Sutton Monastery, which hosts the westernmost community of disciples in Eustace Sutta. The population. The local communities in the region have relied upon subsistence fishing for centuries, benefiting from the location's fortuitous position downstream of the glacial rivers flowing over. The Aisling mountain range, flowing over the Aisling mountain range, there we go. Before the founding of the monastery and around 110 PP, the regional combs were occupied by small fishing communities that traded peaceably amongst themselves. Once the pilgrim monks built and populated the temple, several tribes of fishermen settled at a village nearby to prosper from the monastery's need for fish and cragweed. Over the years, the two communities have grown and largely intertwined, with some of the anglers forsaking the river and mountain gods for the Ustis Sutta. After the king Icarthus died in 40 PP and left no heir, Athenreach erupted into bedlam, with several of the freehold's oldest families vying for the throne. The lowest-born fisherfolk, however, rallied around the wizened angler whose name has been lost to history. Several of the elder families supported the angler, believing they could rule from behind the throne. The angler himself spurned the offer, but realizing the importance of a unified Athenreach, eventually accepted the crown, took the name Narcissus, and began a reign that would become the most prodigious in the freehold's century-long history. While favorable, temperate seasons brought commercial prosperity to Athenreach's fishermen. Narcissus, who could be called the Angler King, shrugged off the influences of the elder families and began to seek often the counsel of the monastery's scholar abbot, Flavin the Learned. Together they achieved several ecclesiastical successes, chiefly amongst them the discovery and transaction of the scrolls of 1 Priam from nearby Combe Caves. Narses officially converted to the disciple of the Ustasutta in 18 PP, and 3 years later he declared the official religion of the Freehold. The Angler died in 3P and was succeeded by his 16-year-old son Narses II, called Narses the Younger. Gifted with his father's wisdom and piety, possessed of a fiery disposition unique to the Younger, the new king began to augment Athenreach's role as a major bastion of the Ustasutta doctrine. While a sizable segment of Athenreach's population chose not to convert under the Angler king, the Younger is less tolerable of the old ways, and he has marginalized the pagan population. With the help of Flavian's successor, Moin Mosin, Narses II cemented an alliance with the Odrumian fiefdom Doria, taking the Tuyuldur's daughter Nisramit as his wife. The union is troubling the freeholds along the Sunderleys, particularly Goldmouth, which has been raised and held at various times by several of the Ordumium fiefdoms. Ordrumium fiefdoms. There we go. The Ustasutta monastery at Athenreach is one of the largest communities of disciples in the Ustasutta outside of the Hanging Hills. It is founded in 114 PP by the pilgrim monk Ume, who blessed the location as sacred because it lie along the path of the prophet Uchal's. Uchal? Yeah, I think it's Uchal. Uchal's pilgrimage toward Iber. Interesting places names. The monastery houses 2 hollowed artifacts of the Ustasutta's disciple, the scrolls of the One Priam, discovered and transcribed by the monastery's erstwhile abbot Flavian the Learned, and the presumptive hide of Iopanax, the great 3-headed mountain goat on which Uchal is said to have ridden to the waterfall at Iber, and whose hide is so tough that it was said to later protect Uchal from starfire along the Black Stair after the goat's death. Okay. That's an interesting... Where did the starfire come from? Anyways. The current abbot of the Ustasuttans monastery is Moin Mosin, who succeeded Flavian the Learned upon the latter's death in 18 PP. Oh, that's it. Okay. So that was the aphorisms about birds. I think that was in the middle of that when I realized the stream sound was messed up. So Frivolous Lives. Frivolous Lives being the foremost catalog of humanoid kings by the Basat Utarch Volume Bakata Utarch Volume 1. Preface. This record draws upon the notes and accounts of the constituents of the Consortium of Phaida, hearsay from those who observe the feudal lives of the humanoid kings, and personal anecdotes of the kings themselves, who in their struggles to remain relevant beyond their seedling-like lifespans, and manage to record some useful data. As a matter of convention, I date the reigns of the humanoid kings according to their chronological distance from an event of paramount historical significance, namely the publication of these volumes. Accordingly, take my suffixal notation rendered after the parenthetical dates to signify their occurrence prior to publication. During this period of humanoid prehistory, the greater Gersh entities roamed Outer Cud, and humanoid communities were largely isolated. Consortium records predate the end of the Scattered Age. However, they are disparate in their assertions and ultimately unreliable. The period's dearth of scholarship is likely a result of traditions derived from Hegelrut's contempt of writing implements. Sorry, not writing. That's a weird mental image. After the first humanoid to successfully unite the farmsteads, the first humanoid to successfully unite the farmsteads of Western Cud was Abram, called the Sower, according to the lore of Abram's descendants, of which the Consortium has spoken not to disabuse them. Abram's call to arms rallied his kinsmen under his sovereignty. They drove the Greater Gersh entities beneath. Must mean by more powerful or something. Greater Gersh entities beneath the surface to the depths of Inner Cud, at which they now roost. To follow were 2 or 3 decades of jubilation and prosperity that lasted until the day Abram, disillusioned by the growing tumult among his sons on the question of succession, famously beat his sword into a plowshare and dissolved his kingdom. The years that follow Abram's dissolution were marked by fear, turmoil, and bloodshed. His sons fought fiercely for control of the farmsteads while water barons conspired against them and in some cases staked their own claims. At last, sometime between 970 and 960 PP, Abram acknowledged the futility of the prospects of peace without his providence and returned to the throne with his sword in his hand. I guess he returned to the throne with his sword in his hand. So he must have reforged it from a plowshare into a sword then. Abram I, 96 to 95 PP. Unfortunately for the reluctant king, his second reign proved to be much less auspicious than his first. The jealousy among his sons never died, and what little record remains of the period indicates Abram spent the remaining years of his life in anguish over what his rulership had wreaked. That doesn't sound right. Having never publicly named an heir, Abram left his kingdom to the devices of his scheming sons. No consensus was reached among them, and for 8 years the brothers warred until Cairo I was able to consolidate power and wrest his father's kingdom from grips of his brother's lifeless hands. For all his disinterest in brotherly love, Cairo I was an able statesman and an effectual leader. During the course of his 21 reign, he repelled the mountaineering barbarians who raided Cud from the north, established trade relations with Shava, the tree of life at Ain Roj, and renovated. He repelled something about establishing. It must be Rumi. It must have meant that the trade relations with Shava and tree of life at Ain Roj, whatever that means, must be a place, or maybe there are plant species. So yeah, and renovated 2 of the southern Cud's shimmering archways. He died of old age in 925 PP and bestowed the throne to his son, Cairo II. Cairo II proved to be nothing like his prodigious father. In the course of 6 short years, he despoiled his grandfather's kingdom, ignoring the advice of his counselors. He insisted on levying harsh taxes on a young Barathrum and his disciple tinkers. In short order, the Urshib, there we go. The Urshib Baratheum, the Urshib sever their ties. Oh, must be a people, but it's not capitalized. Anyways, the Urshib severed their ties with the kingdom of Cud and left Cairo with no access to the artifacts he needed to protect his people. Furthermore, he was a notorious wastrel. He spent the entire of 922 PP in a freshwater bath which he ordered his servants to continuously refill. Lastly, and most egregiously, he incurred the disfavor of the consortium by humiliating 2 of their dignitaries who were visited. Oh, that's messed up. By humiliating 2 of their dignitaries who were visitors of his court by commanding they pose still for several hours while he hosted his autumnal feast. Autumnal. That's an interesting way to put it. Mercifully, he was assassinated in 919 PP. Following the disaster of Cairo II's reign, Cud plunged into one of several dark periods of disjointed rule. From what little data of the period survives, we note that life proceeded much as it had in the days before Abram. Moisture farmers sucked the land dry, landlords protect their serfs, and madcaps hunted their fortunes in the innumerable chrome corridors of Inner Cud. Given the K4K5, 899 to 873 pp. Given the circumstances of Cairo II's reign and the decades of tribulation that followed, we were able to form some understanding of why the humanoid denizens of Cud would rally behind a robot king. Little is known of K4K5's life prior to his regal ascension, but it was believed to have emerged from the cavern called Salome sometime during the Dark Age. In its humanoid subjects, we suppose it found a purpose to its theretofore capricious life, and in its and in it his subjects found a kind and an affable ruler who unified farmsteads and mining settlements that had been estranged for 30 years. In the end, however, even K4K5 could not escape mortality. In 873 PP, it succumbed to a severe bout of flash rusting. Before it perished, however, it named its pupil Mehmet of the Hills as its heir. Mehmet's first order of business upon taking the throne was to honor his predecessor with the commission of a monumental statue that still stands today in the northeastern jungles near the Mount of Olives. Why am I getting messed up on this? Possessed of the infatigable, whatever, I can't say right now. Infatigable. Why am I messing this up so bad? Yeah, whatever. Should actually get to the game. As much fun as this is reading, I actually want to get my character level 10. Blech. Oh, that's the one I put down before I went downstairs. And that means my inventory should be 220 out of 350. Yeah, let's go sell some stuff. There we go. Let's see if Jormag Guy actually has a shield for us. That's right, I actually read that book yesterday. That was one of the ones I did read. Let's trade. Boomerose arrow, cotton boot. Circular armor, slender leather cap, interesting. Steel plate mail. 214. I don't think I can afford that. Vinewood, sap mask, woolly, chain gauntlets. Looks like he still has the same stuff as last time. I might be able to take the glow sphere. Carbide battle axe, hand axe, master bookstone. I already have. You have a lot of stuff to give you, jeez. Alright, so there it is. X36. So what does the arrow 4 mean? 4 speed, I think? Or it goes every 4 units of time that the game uses. 22 damage. I have 26 of them. So between that and the bow itself. Anyways. Just have to 1 armor, 2 dodge. Go tricky. Probably get rid of the leather moccasins. I want to keep the books right now. They actually don't weigh too much. What happens if I read the spine for oh, nice. Oh, I can sell it now too. Okay, so let's all of that, all of the books. Right. No, leave the books for now. Let's see if we can get it without selling the books. Get rid of the torches because we're going to be grabbing the lightstone. How's that alarm? Sorry about that. Glow sphere. We're grabbing that because that is a very nice light source. Since we don't have any good offhand, if we actually manage to find one, then we'll use that. Get rid of all of that. The 2 short bows. I have one of my thing in a bed metal sheet. I don't have any use for these 2 things. Box of crayons. Yeah. That gives me 117 and 32. So let's see if we can get the glow sphere, bandage. A few of those might be useful. Roll of gauze suited to staunch bleeding. Well, actually reload. I regenerate so much that actually is not too terribly useful. Steel longsword. That, however, that is shiny. Let me unequip my sword then. Armor books. See, there we go. No. Equipment, there we go. Studded leather armor, miner's helmet. Oh, the miner's helmet. I have the light already, never mind. I don't need the, I forgot this was that character. So I don't actually need a light source at all. My mining helmet. Oh, I have, 2 short swords, that's right. So, I have the wooden bow, painted boarskin clothes, leather moccasins, bronze dagger for throwing weapon. Make sure I don't sell anything I don't want to. So bark armor is worse to -1. 3 -2. Thought overall is worse. Oh, that anyways. Woven tunic, painted. Fine wood. Deadwood tubers. Interesting. Don't get rid of the bronze daggers, actually. Oh, my other bronze dagger, I mean, I only have 1. 2 damage guaranteed. I have 2 of those. Would I actually be better at throwing these than I would daggers? Those are really fucking heavy though. 1 pound. That means each of these, not that, look, weigh 12 pounds. Yeah, those are pretty heavy. Let's just stick with the daggers for throwing. Solo bows, already have 1. So these 2. Bead, canteen, these all are empty. So I want to go with plate mail actually. Oh, I can't. Let's see if I can. $214. How many do I have right now? How much money do I have total? Not a whole lot. So if I want to get that plate mail, let's make the best offer of actual pros. Equip. No. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Remove. Those one definitely. And I already remember the for some stuff up birds, so I'm gonna do that. $294. So not only can I get the plate mail, I'll probably get the gauntlets. That's a little bit more than I got. Small mossy tube. Dead disc. Quilted jaw. Glow sphere. Don't need that. Bronze dagger, clothes, axe. Long sword. Iron short sword. Steel long sword. Oh, it's about the same as the gloves actually. 300 even. Silver nugget though. Might be able to save up. Probably a good idea not to actually get the sword. I'm actually doing okay right now. Or the plate mail. Just hold off on. Well, yeah, the plate mail is kind of taxing on Dodge Valley right now. I want to wait to fill. Keep that. 50, 140. Definitely don't need more fine weavers. Look for it. Where'd I find it? -3 dodge rally though. Definitely not that price anyways. He doesn't have much stuff for me now that I think about it. Maybe these. 143 for 108 arrows. Oh, arrows are cheap. Yeah. There's a wooden one. I like the one armor value. Nope. Maybe another water skin. And you can plenty up all of that. Now I have extra water to drink. I have another water skin. Got my dagger. Got some semi-cheap nuggets. For weight-wise anyways. I'm down 225 pounds. 1 pound. Shit. I sold that without actually getting the chest plate. I was supposed to get the chest plate because I sold the thing. Yeah, I'll just suck up the dagger. -3. That is a lot of negative. Yeah, I'll actually grab the 2 wooden ones for now. Or no, the 1 wooden one. Get rid of the beads. Alright, let's try that. Went too far. Oh, I didn't. There it is. Nope, only need 1. Sorry. I had an idea I was gonna do something else, whatever. Good. There we go. Fine. 1967. What else do I have in my inventory? Oh, I didn't get rid of the damn torches. This is one of the least efficient trades ever. That's an all heavy, that's an all heavy. What are those, I guess? Oh, it's all of the water. Holy crap. So each one can hold 64. Okay. At least the canteens, anyways. Oh, that's right. Background music. One of the things I forgot. There we go. Found it. There we go. Kept saying that, but there we go. North more. North more. North more. North more. Oh no. Let's go down. Another bronze there. Now time to loot. Get. Willowy, this item weighs much less than normal. Interesting. Slender cloth. Did I completely wipe his body out? Key map. Nah, just kill. Bar skin, remedies. Won't have as many arrows from me, thank you very much. Can't seem to find any of the arrows in the walls either. Well, it's not a thing, evidently. Yes. I have one mutation point. I will use it on two hard. Not yet. Here's my hearing, actually. $18. $9. Oh, really? Did I really get that much loot? Oh my goodness. 30 pounds of leather armor. I just need to get rid of 5 pounds. Three of them that are 18. All right. Whenever you eat dead root tuber or a lot of you can't be phased for 2 hours. Damn it. There we go. Can still move around. Been overburdened by awesome stuff though. I'm trap the corners. I don't know why that bothered me. It was like I should probably grab that. Is that the whole place? Nope. 2 places over here. Engraved. Engraved. This 50 reputation with the flock of the Scourge of Sabal. Strength bonus. Daisies. This item is engraved with a scene from the life of the ancient Sultan Mupatir II. Sometime in 123, after murdering a popular rival by trapping him in a prison, the Sultan of Kud died under mysterious circumstances because of Mupatir II's reputation for murdering someone by wiring him to hundreds of vacuum tubes. She was chosen as his... What? Vacuum tubes. Oh, that's interesting. But it doesn't break, so that's good. That lore piece, though. I love the randomly generated lore on this stuff. It literally makes no sense. Yeah, this appears to be it. Nice. Keep the wooden arrows and everything except for Laurent's dagger. I don't really need the club, as cool as it is. Short bows, beater bracelets, copper nugget. Oh, to transfer. I just hope nobody comes by to steal the shit, or the items don't degrade inside of the container. I can also do that for the majority of my water. Open. Oh shit. How do I... Why am I forgetting how to do that? Whatever. not gonna die to a goddamn bug. Oh wow. Get first. Collect. Good. Bloody slime, delicious. Now should be set up. There we go. This is not quite the appropriate music for here, so let's play this. Sorry. Thought the ambience could be a little bit. What's the inventory? Yeah, let's go down. There we go. And I think that's it. Store items, thank you very much. All of the items. Keep some of the food though. Daggers can stay. Short bow empty. One can, the biggest canteen, the canteen itself, fresh water can stay here. Order transfer. 200, that's a heavy chest. level. Average and neutral. Only 96. Wow, I can actually get a lot of damage from bleeding, can't I? There we go. I actually survived that. I'm so damn proud. What do I have in my inventory? Oh, this is the level. There we go. Actually, now that I'm done with this, let's go turn the quest in so we get the experience, and then we can come back and finish clearing this out. How do I store things from my inventory into it? Is the only way. This is gonna be annoying. Shit. Well, that was not what I meant to do. Oh, 319. Other way around. £4. Okay. There. I'll leave those here for now. So I should remove this. $139. What else can I get? 15 grams, interesting. Having backup daggers, though. Things aren't happening, so I'll just keep them. What is holding them up? Oh, it's the drums of water. Jeez. What a hideous thing. Okay, there we go, actually. Live and drink, friend. Have you tidings from Red Rock? Yes, I found bits of gnawed water vine and slew a white spiderling. I carry its corpse with me. What a hideous thing. I dread the horrors its presence portends. Bring the corpse to Elder Iridad's hut for the elder to examine. As you say. Live and drink, wayfarer. Welcome to the Oasis of Joppa. Here you will find shade and victual, along with other provisions to help you better scour the rust caves for treasure. Above all else, you may drink of our fresh water and quench your thirst. I return from Red Rock, where... I can't even English. I return from Red Rock. I return from Red Rock with the corpse of a pale spiderling, Elder. Would you examine him? It is troubling, it is I feared, Gerslings. There was a rabid, black-robed man among the Gerslings. A glowrite, no doubt. Those mechanical fools worship the Gersh as gods. What are the Gersh? Ancient demons, as told Cud itself. They embody the essence of the poison that spreads throughout the land. Once they crawled Cud's surface, but 1,000 years ago, something drove them deep beneath the earth. And now they roost in the nethers of Cud's vast and darkest caverns. Oh, interesting. And the Gerslings? Gerslings are spawn of the Gersh. Gerslings are spawn of the Gersh. They are twisted creatures of every ilk. The glowrites consume their corpses in order to reshape themselves in the images of the Gersh demons. Where did the Gersh come from? They are spawn of the one older still, the Gersh mother Tlugtgu. Interesting. According to the wisdom of my father and his father before him, she lies sleeping somewhere in the buried temple of Mora. No one knows whence she came. Perhaps she is indeed some wretched goddess, come from beyond the stars to slumber on our world. And the Gerslings? Gerslings are spawn of the Gersh. Yeah, I already asked you about that. There's trouble before. Gerslings have not been sighted on the surface for centuries. I fear something nefarious is astir. Your discovery will prove invaluable to us, wayfarer. Howbeit, we are but penurious, moisture farmers. There is little we can do apart from sharpen our vine reapers. There may be others outside of Joppa, however, who are able to do more. As for your reward, take these prickly boons. I will not soon forget your service. Live and drink, friend. Live and drink. You receive Urbanostrum Injector. Weird artifacts. Salve Injector. Salve Injector. Salve Injector. You finish the return. 750. No, 6. Mutation point. Eventually, I will regenerate so fast that it would be incredibly difficult to actually kill me. I will become, hopefully, as long as I can survive long enough, I'll become like Wolverine. I'll just be becoming more and more likely to regenerate points every single turn. To the, get generating 7 points a turn. I wonder if it'll let me go that far. Also, welcome, person to the stream. Trying to decide what is the ability I should grab for my tank here. Steady hands, drop B, that's good for range. That'll be last resort. Harvest your meal preparation. Cost 100. Expensive combat shield. Long swipe. still need 200 and 19 agility. But yeah, I need to boost my agility. That's cool. Wait, is there anything else I can talk about? In a cathedral ornamented with the vessels of the Fates, Exector the Third cemented a friendship with the scholars by marrying her. Oh, reading things actually gives you knowledge. Oh, that's awesome. Live and drink. Live and drink. I should probably sell him books in the future. Let's load close. Oh, that's right. He still needs the copper walker. Let's get rid of these things. There. Underneath. You guys can sleep. And oh shit. They were asleep. I'm gonna get this character killed. Oh well. Yeah, I guess I woke them up somehow. Also, welcome Island of Ignorance. I was going to try my hand at stealing, and evidently that ended absolutely horribly. Maybe it's because of my heavy armor. Oh, the door was open, okay. Fair enough. Next time I'll close. Oh, so it was the cat who saw me, not the guys. Gotcha. Alright, so this time. So next time, destroy the sconces, close the door. I can see all I want, even in heavy armor. Sounds pretty cool. was a gamble. Fair enough. Yeah, I think it was because I had a certain reputation with the village of Joppa that they let me open the chests and loot the items. It's just that one chest was evidently a personal one, and me trying to steal from it was done in a stupid way. So if you do some quests for them, and yeah, the higher the reputation with Joppa is, I assume the higher the more things they permit. So eventually you might get to the point where you could loot. That's how it seems, anyways. You can loot even their personal ones. Get over. All right. Well, there's definitely plenty of things to kill right now, so. Yeah. You're not gonna run away with me. I'm faster than you. Got you too. Who's next? Come on. Got him. Come on, let's dance. Circle around again. There you are. Did I kill them all? Nope. Still another one. Come on. Who's next? Come on. It's this music, but I feel a lot better about playing this character now. He's acting a lot more like a warrior than he used to. Or maybe I'm just rolling really nice. Alright, I think I killed all of the baboons and move on. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna check every square around this one. After I've been exploring this one, just to make sure that there's no chance I can ever get lost around it. Because after I clear it out, I think I might want to make it my base of operations. If I survive that long anyways. Whoa, did something just throw something at me? Yes, you did. One survived. Go on a killing spree, kill as many things as I can. There's much experience, even if it's just a little bit. 10 XP. Take every little tiny bit of XP I can. Let's go nuts. So as much blood as I can all around. Oh, I shouldn't have actually killed that first one. Just kill everything. Oh shit. Auto ran too fast. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's it. Come on. Yeah, follow me around. I will kill you. Just antagonize the shit. Gotcha. Using my speed to my advantage. Now, this is where I was. I got so rudely interrupted. I always use their camp. No weapon. Huh. No. I win. Not gonna let you kill me. All of the XP, please. Couldn't change on it. When I should be it's not gonna block all of this. Flying bugs again. Let's see what this statue is. Shrine to Matufa II, Kayan Scroll. The shrine depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Matufa II. In 180, Matufa II, inquisitive child of worms, the Kayan Scroll, the Nagamor Terror, the Kayan Woe of Sailwan, died of natural causes. He was 83 years old. Already. Things my character knows. Shrine to Antiratafa the Fourth, I think? The Crimson Terror of Teshur. The shrine depicts a significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Antiratafa the Fourth. I may be wrong on that. Late in 472, after a bout of consumption, the Sultan Qud abdicated the throne. Because of Antiratafa, the fourth sandy hair, he was what? Because of his hair? Is this guy serious? Can I purify this shit? Oh, $2? Nothing to say. Let me check. Total loss and stuff. Got a little bit of time. Can't think purified in that. Well, at least now I'm playing. Globe head corpse. The curled, tough corpse of a globe head is indistinguishable from a giant Brussels sprout. Agenda 45. I didn't mean to destroy that. Getting plenty of fish though to sell. Wonder how much they'll even sell for. every little bit of experience we can find. Gotcha. Spotter checks. Powder coats the skin of the spots of this class. Sugar takes the pigment. Clear out everything, goddamn. Destroy each and every one of these so they can't spew shit. Plus, I have no idea what this. Oh, nice. Should have been paying attention to what that was. Hopefully this whole area will start burning now. Aw, I was hoping it would burn more. Whatever. My torch. Haha. And oil. There we go. They're pretty good at clearing up mushrooms. Things are really annoying, so we'd rather deal with them now and possibly get a little bit of experience and not have to deal with them later, and yeah. These other mushrooms don't do any damage and aren't actually malicious as far as I can tell, so. Hostile. Put everything in a 2-area radius around the oil leap. How much honey do we have now? 64 and 5, nice. So we have a bunch of honey to barter with and a bunch of oil to barter with. Alright, nice clear space around it. Wait until I'm famished, then eat. Ooh, alrighty. Wine weep. Alright, so we're just south of Jump. Every dram counts. Combat corpses. So, torch. rime-knotted nodules crushed over the infected skin where an algid mist clings. The fungus colony has terraformed the epidermis into what looks like a miniature range of ice-capped peaks. 10 cold resist, 200 reputation with fungi, negative consortium of Phyta. Okay, it weighs 3 pounds. Miss Horsham. It's a luminous toadstool coated in hoarfrost. Duration. You cast light and radius 2. Plus 5 rounds after biting, you can hit plus per level each round. You cannot be poisoned. This item is a tonic. Applying. Becoming a fungus soldier. That looks interesting. See how that goes. Huh. I can trade things to you. Unburned. You know what? I won't. I can share secrets with Antelope evidently, so I'm gonna try not to mess with them. I've gained an ally. The glowfish and the fungus and everything else. But wait a minute. What's that? Actually, hold on. I can go back. If I kill him, it'll probably be messed up. Look. Very tough. Okay, yeah, it was a good idea not to mess with him then. And his entire herd. Yeah, I mean, this, considering the buffs it gives me, or, hold on, it's an activated ability, right? Or do I have to actually use an item? Do I have to eat it? I'm not going to remove it, yeah. Wait, I do? Okay. If I eat it, I become a mushroom person? Or no? What happens if I eat it? Do you know? Oh, yeah, that's great. If it goes so long as your organs start to glow through your skin. Do I leave the glow? I'm leaving the glow crest on. Oh. Just eating a mushroom, okay. I've discovered Naparm. No hostels, which is interesting. Oh, wait, hold on. Erosion has smoothed its features into abstraction, but once it stood in a monument to the coupling of machine and folk. Statue of implanted eater. Interesting. A vessel of exquisitely blown glass, the style hints that its originations from the coast of Fuming God Sea on far side of the Moguryi, and that it was likely exported by the Dromads. Adds simple quickness-based effects to cooked meals. Engraved. This item is engraved at the scene of the life of an ancient Sultan Mustafa the Fourth. It looks like IV. At first light under a marvelous and azure sky, the people of Old Iblep saw an image on the horizon that looked like a four-sided die bathed in azure. It was Mustafa the Fifth, fourth or fifth, I don't know. No, fifth or sixth. I think that's sixth. Anyways, and after he came, left Old Iblep. After he came in, left Old Iblep. The people built a monument to him, and thenceforth called him four-sided in azure. No. Not the Misty. Future fluted columns of prism glass scan cider can move to fast and fresh vistas. That's pretty damn fancy. I can take it, okay. Well, I'm gonna explore the rest of the area first. I mean, it's not like it's gonna go anywhere. Ooh. What is this? There's a couple of machines. Blooded eater. No, it's the same one. Butter. Really? Options. Is it that one? La masa. Oh wow, okay, there we go. He moves pretty damn fast. Well, what do you think? Should I, should I go there? Any votes? I'm gonna do it. Yep. And this character is actually beginning particularly powerful, and I like that. And he's been doing that by being aggressive as hell and killing everything in sight. Here lies a humanoid who'd never have guessed their torso would shelter dust from the gills of tiny mushrooms. Would always have. Painted. This item is painted with the scene of the life of the ancient Sultan Mustafa III. On the anniversary of a great battle, a babe was found swaddled with mirrors on his eyes by a group of winged mammals in Lysum, like him, something like that, quarter Conishan. They took her into their fold and forstood her, and she became known as Mustafa III, the clear sprout of winged mammals. 60 reputation with the cult of Mustafa III. Interesting. All of these factions get. No. Oh, practical blows. Oh, damn it. Alright. Well, I played longer than I meant to, but still had a good time. Yeah, well, thank you guys for being with me on the stream, and that'll be it for today. Hope you guys have a good one, and this thing seems to be lagging.